Dear students, so India's largest exam, score exam, it's the most prestigious exam for analyzing and evaluating the performance of student is here, and that is score. So score is the outstanding achiever reward exam, and all of you must be waiting. It is not only the most widely taken exam, but it is most prestigious in terms of its quality and in terms of the 100% evaluation which it give for the students. So now today here myself, Dr. Kishore Kunal. So today my aim is to explain you how this score exam is going to help you in your NEET preparations. So as we know, score stands for Sri Chaitanya Outstanding Achiever Reward Examination. Now, many of you must have been already enrolled, and if not enrolled yet, then do enroll, because in this session I will help you to explain how this exam will help you to move forward with your NEET preparation and how this exam has a potential to make your chance of success way ahead. It not only will help you to do good in NEET, but what at this point you are, what is your level with respect to NEET at this point will also be evaluated in this exam. So let's start with this session today. So today's session here, in this session we will be, so the main theme of this session will be scoring NEET. So the main session here will be scoring NEET using this score exam. So I guess all of you here must be having a target of NEET. So if your target is NEET, if your target is to score good marks in NEET, then this score exam will be very, very helpful. So the theme of today's session is scoring NEET with score. And here basically I will tell you in this session about how this score exam will help you in NEET preparation. Step by step I will tell you how it will help you in NEET preparation. Then I will also help you what is the pattern of biology in this score exam. Then I will tell you the simple way to get best score in NEET exam. And I will tell you the reference material which is required to prepare biology. Not only that, I will also discuss the most important topic, which is the heading of today's thumbnail, 24 most important topic for score 2025. So that I will discuss, and not only that, I am also going to discuss some of the important question which can be asked in the score exam and the pattern on which you will practice. So if you cover all these points, then score will be very, very easy. And as I said, that doing good in score will not only fetch you a lot of scholarship, it will not only add a prestige in your surrounding, but also it will help you to kickstart your preparation for NEET. If you do good, it is fine, but even if you are appearing for this exam, then you will get to know what are the drawbacks, where do I lack, in which subject I am lacking. So this will help you to fix certain things at the very initial level of this exam. And rest assured, we are not just taking the exam, we are also making you ready for the exam so that you get the best scholarship, and in that process you learn a lot of things, you learn the new pattern, because in a school exam you all know all student in the class can score 99%, 98% if they put effort. But you know that in competitive exam only the top few student will get the seat, and it will always be desired in NEET, JEE kind of exam where you remain ahead of others. and a score is a platform where we will make sure that you remain ahead of others. So let's get into this. So here, first of all, let me explain the pattern of exam. Already you must be knowing some basic pattern of this exam, but here I will tell you the NEET specific pattern. Already not need to say that this exam is from class 3rd to 11th. All students can appear for the score exam. Today in this session I will specifically talk about those students who are appearing or who are planning for NEET and who are willing to take this exam. So if you are planning for NEET, then this exam or this test is a must for you. So let's discuss the preparation strategy, syllabus, etc. So first of all, this exam of score for NEET, it will mainly focus on grade 11 syllabus. It will mainly focus on grade 11 syllabus, and here as per the syllabus of NEET, it will have physics, chemistry, botany and zoology. I'm sure in the earlier session a lot of has been already discussed for physics, chemistry and others, but here today I will mainly focus on the biology part. So if I talk about the biology part, here if you see in biology total 60 questions are there, means 60 out of 120 question will be for biology. Isn't it the same pattern which is asked in NEET? 50% of the weightage is given to biology. Now the duration of the test, duration is 120. So we have not only kept the proportion of question equivalent, but the time allotted is also in sync with what we get in the NEET. Per question the timing is almost similar as the NEET. Now talking about the syllabus. So here botany there are 5 chapters as you can see, and in zoology also there are 5 chapters. So in botany if we talk, so these are some basic chapters. These are some basic chapters in which you already might be comfortable because you all study about cell in your class 9th, 10th. You all study about cell cycle, cell division, mitosis, meiosis. Then living world, biological classification, these also you study in earlier classes. Morphology of flowering plant, structure of flower, right, different parts of flower, types of leaf, all those you study in earlier classes also. So that's why this syllabus is very much relevant to you. You all are already aware about this syllabus. But yes, because it is for NEET, so the level will be a little high as compared to what you have studied in class 9th and 10th. So how to prepare for that I am also going to explain you. Now in zoology, biomolecule, breathing and exchange of gas, body fluid and circulation, excretion and locomotion. Now here also most of the chapter except I guess biomolecule, this you will not might have studied this as a chapter as a whole, but yes, in parts you may have studied in 9th and 10th. Rest all the other chapters you all must have studied in 9th and 10th. So here overall bio will be kind of familiar for you because you might have studied in 9th and 10th. So this is the overall pattern. 120 minutes is the exam duration and 120 is the number of questions. So here basically you are getting 1 minute per question, but obviously bio always take less time, right? So in bio on an average you take 30 to 40 seconds to cover bio questions, and then physics and chemistry you will allot more time. So in a way, let's see, in a way you will also learn time management for NEET, how to manage time to appear for NEET like exam. So that is one more learning which you will get. Then question comes that, okay fine, I give this exam everything, but how it will exactly help me to do good in NEET? What good it will do? So here point by point if I discuss, So first and foremost, most thing, paisa, right? Money. So money, of course, scholarship is there. If you do good in this exam, you may get up to 100% scholarship, free. Entire 2 year of study will be 100% free. Now this is a good opportunity. So apart from scholarship, I understand scholarship, getting scholarship is very attractive, but more than that you will achieve here. Apart from that, you will also get structured feedback, like you are good in bio, you are not so good in physics, or you are good in botany, you are not that good in zoology, chemistry you need to work on it, means you will get a correct evaluation that what are the subject in which you need to put more effort. So you will get a structured feedback. Then there is an early exposure to competition. Right now, let's imagine you are just completing 10th or about to complete 10th or just have completed 10th. Right? Now, most of you are not very much comfortable, aware with what kind of question NEET will ask. Very few of you might be exposed to such question. So this is an opportunity to get an experience, get an exposure to competition. Apart from that, you will also get guided mentorship. You have given the score test. Now what? So our expert team will get in connect with you. They will not only guide for scholarship and other things. You will not only get cash reward, but you will also be guided what is more suitable for you. How should you approach for the NEET exam? Which is the best way for you? So you will have a guided approach, and no doubt, if as per your performance, motivation and confidence building will also be provided by our experienced mentors. So this exam, this NEET, this score test is in all way a win-win situation for you. So not only you apply for it, tell your neighbors, your friends, all your relatives, whichever class they are, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, to appear for NEET score, because this is a single opportunity for you to get into the zone of competitive exam. You know that only one decision has the potential to change your life, and this may be that decision, right? So now let's talk further about the NEET pattern or the score test pattern which will be given in this test. So as I have already told, botany 30 question, zoology 30 question, all the question will be single correct MCQ, no multiple answer type question, and there will be +4 for correct and -1 for wrong answer. Now till now you are not habitual for negative marking. Now you will get that flavor of negative marking, and most of the syllabus all will be based on class 11 syllabus. So in a way it is easy also. So overall, if you see, getting a good scholarship through score is not that difficult, and best is that not only we will take the exam, before that for 6-7 classes, each subject we are guiding you how to do good in exam. Isn't it fascinating that we are taking the test for scholarship, we are guiding for you, we are preparing for the same, and now in the end all benefit will be yours, right? So for us, it is very important for us to get good minds and nurture them to become toppers, and that is the achievement for us. For you, these all benefits as I have already shown. So now getting to the main part. Now everything is decided. Now question will come that, sir, now what to do? How to study? I have filled the form. Now how to study? What to study? I just said that just the 9th and 10th book will now not be sufficient. See, knowledge of 9th and 10th will be very, very useful in score exam. but yes, they will not be sufficient. Because now you have to get used to the NEET pattern, and NEET pattern need NCERT. So the source material for score biology is only 3 things, and these 3 things are NCERT, NCERT and NCERT. So in short, no need to explain that you need only NCERT. Now see how simple it becomes, that you have a standard reference book which you will start reading for a score, and you will continue the same book for NEET. How comfortable you will become with that. So you have to cover only NCERT, and of course we are providing you some guidance, some classes. We will guide you with some topics among all the 5 chapters. The questions will be distributed. We will also tell you which topic to study, what kind of questions are asked. We will also teach you some important topics. So apart from NCERT, you will have all the online session. Now these sessions will be available live also, and this will also be available on YouTube or in recorded form in our online platform Infinity Learn. So you can see from there also, from YouTube also. So this is always help you to get good score in the score. So that's why the main theme was scoring NEET with a score. So now let's get to our main part of the session, that is what are the different chapters and what are the important topics, right? Because everything is fine, but in the end the question will be answered by reading the book, reading the chapter, reading the topic, solving the question. So here in this session we are going to discuss the chapters. Of course, I have already mentioned 5 chapters are there, but in that chapter what are the important topics? So in 25 topics, if these 25 topics you cover, I guarantee you that you will get very good scholarship in score. So let's see the topic. So first chapter is cell, the unit of life, right? So today go, anyway all of you have to buy NCERT. All of you have to buy NCERT. If you are thinking about NEET, even thinking about NEET, you have to buy NCERT. So you have to go to NCERT, and there you have to go to this chapter, cell, the unit of life. And here these are some of the topics which you have to cover, and this will cover all the questions which will be asked in score exam. So here the first topic is distinction between prokaryote and eukaryote. Now this is a very basic topic, you might have studied in class 7th also, right? Difference between prokaryote and eukaryote. There are certain characteristics of prokaryote and there are certain characteristics of eukaryote. So the question will be based on that difference, right? For example, here nuclear membrane is absent, here nuclear membrane is present. This prokaryotic cells are small, this eukaryotic cell is large. On that basis there is a list of difference, from there question can be asked. Then also there is a difference between plant cell and animal cell. So there are plant cell has a set of character, animal cell has a set of character, and both of them will have some difference, some similarity. So you have to do a comparative study of plant and animal cell. Then cell envelope. Now you know that cell envelope consists of 3 things: capsule, cell wall and cell membrane. Capsule, cell wall and cell membrane. So this topic, cell envelope, again is given clearly in your NCERT. So cell envelope you have to cover. Then endomembrane system. Endomembrane system is a system of membrane which consists of several cell organelles, like it consists of not only the endoplasmic reticulum, but apart from ER, it also have Golgi complex, it also has lysosome, it also has vacuoles. Right? Now, in this you don't have to study much. You have to study only two parts in all the cell. You have to study the structure and you have to study about the function. How the structure look like and how function look like. That is it. So with this part will be covered. Then mitochondria, topic number 5 in this chapter. Mitochondria. Now topic may seems to be many, right? But just for clarity, I have divided them. They all are very small topic. Let's say if you start reading mitochondria, it will hardly take 10 minutes to read mitochondria. Because mitochondria, you just have to study the structure, outer membrane, inner membrane, matrix, right? Plasmid is present, where ATP synthesis take place. So those are the structure and function. Same way, plastid. Plastid consists of 3 parts: chromoplast, chloroplast, leucoplast. That's it. So this is also a small topic. Then very important topic is nucleus. Very important, because nucleus is called as the brain of the cell. So nucleus is very important. You have to cover the structure of nucleus, the outer membrane, inner membrane, nucleoplasm, nucleolus, and then how the chromatin fiber are arranged inside. So this nucleus, anyway, don't worry, I will explain in detail in my subsequent classes also. So I will explain nucleus. Now, out of all these, whichever topics are a little complex, anyway I am going to cover here, right? Just be regular with these sessions. Then the chromosome. Now chromosome, you might have studied the basics of it in class 10th. But here we will see different types of chromosome. It is given. So just go through chromosome and then simple ribosome. Ribosome is different in prokaryote, it is different in eukaryote. So those points will be covered. So these are the basic things which you will study from the chapter Cell as the Unit of Life. So again I will summarize things very clearly here, that what you need to do, you go to the NCERT part, you go to NCERT, and then you go to this chapter Cell, the Unit of Life, and from there each of these topics you can study. Only focus on the structure, function. So that is it about this first chapter. Now coming to the next chapter, cell cycle. Now topics are only 4, but these are comparatively long topics, right? All of you must have studied mitosis and meiosis, right? So here the basic you have to study about the cell cycle, right? Cell cycle means this diagram all of you must have seen. This is cell cycle, in which there is interphase, right? There is interphase, then there is M phase. This M phase has 2 parts. One is called karyokinesis and then cytokinesis. So this cell cycle you have to study, and here what are the different parts of interphase, G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase. Again I promise you I will cover this cell cycle part, right, in my subsequent topic. Right now, today I am giving you some rough idea. What are the topics you have to cover, so that it remain clear to you that these are the topic I will cover and I will get good marks in score exam. Now next one is mitosis. So mitosis, again you all must have studied interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. So not only mitosis, it will include the stages of mitosis. In the same way, you will cover meiosis and stages of meiosis. And then in the end, a very important part which is usually very ignored part is we study mitosis, we study meiosis, but we forget to compare them. So of course, some questions sometimes are asked from the comparative questions. So how mitosis is different from meiosis? What are the advantages of meiosis? What are the role of mitosis? How the role of mitosis is different from meiosis? So those parts will be covered here. So this is also very important. Now, this is cell cycle is a very, very important chapter in NEET also. Both cell and cell cycle are very important in NEET, because if we cover both cell and cell cycle, 5 to 6 questions are asked every year, right? 5 to 6 questions. Even in this year's NEET, 5 questions was asked from both the chapters together. So this is a very, very important section. Then coming to the living world. Now, this is the most simplest chapter in NEET, smallest chapter in NEET, but it is the very basic to start, and this is to some extent for you, it is the very basic and important chapter, because you will learn the beginning of classification in this chapter, and then a subsequent chapter will become more and more tougher. So this is comparatively a very simple topic. But here, two things are very important which you should not miss. First is the binomial nomenclature and the taxonomical hierarchy. In binomial nomenclature, we need to learn how nomenclature is done, how binomial nomenclature is done. For example, when I ask you what is the botanical name of mango, you say Mangifera indica. What are the rules to name it, right? What is Mangifera? What is indica? How to write it? Is there any correct way to write it? Who gives this binomial nomenclature? All these points we will study, because there is a rule to it, right? So yes, so hello all of you. Those who want to know those who want to know more information, then you all can type here all your informations, right? If there is any query which is not covered here, then you can write it in the chat box. Even later on our team will answer you. So do mention all your queries in the comment box. So this binomial nomenclature and taxonomical hierarchy, both are important. Now taxonomical hierarchy, now you will learn that kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species, right? This is the taxonomical hierarchy, 7 category which we remember in class as king, Philip, cut, open, 5, green, snakes, right? This is how we remember if you forget. So again, these are the simple trick through which we remember complex concept. So this is also very interesting part. So these two are important in this chapter. Then coming to the next, binomial nomenclature. Now this living world is the basic chapter which will build your base to cover this chapter, right? So this chapter is now again very important chapter. So about 4 question to 6 question is asked from this chapter. Again, very, very important chapter. And here we study about algae, right? You must have studied the basics of algae in your 9th standard. But here we will study about algae in detail, which consists of red algae, which consists of brown algae, and it also has green algae. So we will see that so here you have to understand the difference between red, brown and green algae. What are they? Then in bryophytes, we study what are the characteristics of bryophyte, because these are different plant and they are becoming advanced. These are lower plants, these are higher plants. So how the plants develop, how their character change, that we will study. So here in basic you have to study the characteristic of bryophyte, right? Then we study why, so bryophytes are called amphibians of plant kingdom. Amphibians of plant kingdom. Now all of you must have studied amphibians in animal. Now what is amphibians in plant kingdom? So that's very interesting why they are called. So if we study the characteristic of bryophytes, we will understand, right? Then pteridophytes. Now pteridophytes. So in pteridophytes again we will study. Pteridophytes are the first vascular plant, right? For the first time true root, stem and leaf develop. So remember, when we talk about plant, we say plant have root. No, not all plant have root. Not all plant have leaf. It's the higher plant, or after some time evolution will come, then the leaf, root. All plant don't have root, leaf, stem. Algae do not have root, stem, leaf. Bryophyte don't have root, stem, leaf. So root, stem, leaf first appeared in pteridophyte. Then gymnosperm. Gymnosperm, first time seed develop. These all do not have seed. They for the first time seed develop. So all plant don't have seed, right? And finally flower develop. So all plant don't have flower also. So angiosperm is the plant where flower is formed for the first time. So some characteristics. So very simple. You have to write the name and then all the important characteristic. 10, 12, 15, whatever characteristic is there in your NCERT. And for this also you have to use NCERT. It is given, right? Then morphology. Now this is interesting because this is in a way it will be very simple chapter for you because all of you must have studied about it. But now in NEET things become a little more complex, right? Root, stem, leaf remain by and large simple. So this you will cover. But flower become a little more detailed. Not only you have to now study the structure of flower, parts of flower, but you also have see the interaction between the parts, right? Then gradually flower you study floral family. But yes, at this point floral family will be comparatively complex to understand for you, right? So you just focus on the flower part, right? Or in NCERT, one family is given. NCERT, if you read, there is only one family given. So in that family, you have to just go through the floral formula and floral diagram. Just one family. Basic is given and that is very simple. So that you can cover. And then inflorescence, which is the arrangement of flower. Fruit. What are true fruit? What are false fruit? Right? Apple. What is it? Apple is a fruit. But is it a true fruit or false fruit? So apple is a false fruit. Then seed. Now as we know that seed can be monocot, dicot. So all of you must have seen rice. Rice is also a seed. Wheat is a seed. But how is it different from almond seed? How it is different from pea seed, peanut? So that we will realize that one is monocot, another is dicot. So in seed we will study monocot and dicot, basics. Dicot. So these are the 25 important topics in botany, right? If you cover all these topics, then rest assured out of 30 you will solve 25, 26, 27 question very easily, right? Nothing beyond that is going to be there. In fact, there is a chance that all 30 will be from here only. So it all depends on how well you read NCERT and most importantly, how consistent you remain with me in the session. Because all the easy part I may miss, but I will try to cover all the complex concepts. For example, I assure you I will cover inflorescence, right? I assure you I will give you a basic idea of floral formula and floral diagram. And further in other chapters also, I will cover all the important and interesting concept, right? So now let us see some of the questions. As I said, it's not just I explain that these are the important topic, you read and it's done. I will also show you some questions, that how these questions should be attempted and what types of questions are asked. So let's see, and in which we will see some concepts also. So let's see here. So this question says that which of the following correctly describe a difference between prokaryotes and eukaryote cell? Remember, difference between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. So here if we see all of them, then the first point says prokaryotic cell have no nucleus, while eukaryotic cell have nucleus, right? Second option, both prokaryotes and eukaryote cell have membrane bound organelle. So one difference is in nucleus, right? Another difference is in membrane bound organelle. Now, membrane bound organelle is present in eukaryote, absent in prokaryote. So both do not have membrane bound cell organelle, right? Then eukaryotic cell are always smaller than prokaryote. It is other way around. In fact, prokaryotic cells are smaller than eukaryotes. Then prokaryotic cells have DNA inside the nucleus, while eukaryotic cell do not. Again, wrong. So what is correct? That prokaryotic cell have no nucleus and eukaryotic cell have nucleus. So this is correct. So in this way you have to study about the difference between prokaryotes and eukaryotes, as I said. Then the next question says, which of the following correctly identifies a major difference between plant and animal cell? Which of the following correctly identify a major difference between plant and animal cell? So here plant cell have cell wall. Yes, plant cell have cell wall. They have chloroplast. Yes, they have chloroplast. They have large central vacuole. Yes, they have large central vacuole. But animal cell do not have cell wall. Yes, do not have chloroplast and have small or no vacuole. So this statement seems to be perfectly correct, right? Then animal cell perform photosynthesis. Wrong. Animal cell don't perform photosynthesis. Both plant and animal cell have chloroplast. No, both don't have chloroplast. Animal cell have rigid cell wall. Animal cell have rigid cell wall. They don't have cell wall. So this is also wrong, right? So again, you understood how you will study about the difference between plant cell and animal cell. Then, so basic here. So now it's time for a very quick tip. What you will do? You will make a list of difference. You will make a list of difference. How you will make it? So on one side you write prokaryotes, another side you write eukaryotes, and list down all the difference, whatever is coming into your mind, whatever you can find, just write down all the difference, right? Similarly, make a list of difference here, like plant cell, animal cell, and again make a list of all the difference, right? All the difference. Now done. On a single page you can have this, and all the question related to prokaryote, eukaryote, plant cell, animal cell will be easily covered, right? So in this way you can remember. See, student, remember always that if you are targeting the competitive exam, then two things are required. Very, very important and required. One thing is hard work, right? But hard work alone is not sufficient. Many times you have to be very smart, right? And this is the smart work. This is the smart work which you will do, right? That at one place I am putting all the difference. I will read just for 2 minutes or 5 minutes and this topic will be done. This is called smart work. If you don't do the smart work, then somebody else will be ahead of you, even you working very hard, right? So remember this point. And here in this score exam, this may be a very good opportunity for you to become smart, because not only you will evaluate your performance, but you will get a chance to interact with the best mentors who are expert in these small tricky things. If one student is taking 1 minute to solve the question and other student is solving the same question in 30 seconds, tell me who will have an advantage? Both are solving the question correctly, but who will have advantage? Who will solve more question? So who has the chance to score more? So who has the chance to qualify for NEET? You get the answer, right? So this is what I meant by the master tip. Then let's continue with some more question. Match the part of prokaryotic cell and with the correct function. So here we are seeing prokaryotic cell with the function. So this is one type of question which is very commonly asked in NEET. They will give you column A, column B, and you have to match them. So if I match here glycocalyx, right? So glycocalyx, they are the part of capsule or slime layer, right? As I said, they are part of cell envelope. Cell envelope, right? Cell envelope has glycocalyx, it has cell wall, and it has plasma membrane. So glycocalyx made up of capsule or slime layer. Cell wall. Now cell wall, it will provide shape to the cell. So C2 will go with A. And finally the plasma membrane. So plasma membrane control the entry and exit. So what will be the correct match here? 1 will go with C, 2 will go with A, 3 will go with B. So A is the correct answer here. So this is how you will attempt some of the questions. So match the following is a very common question asked, right? In 2024, if you count in biology, there were 14 match the following question. This year NEET also they have asked at least 6-7 match the following question. So this is a very popular common type of question which is asked. Then another things I will tell you. So diagram, till now we only focus on the information, right? But diagram now will become very important in NEET. These, for example, this is a diagram of membrane, right? So as you can see here, it is labeled. Right? Now I am not going to get into the detail of it, but just I am giving you a rough idea that, okay, fine, this is glycoprotein, this is cholesterol, this is peripheral membrane, this is the integral protein, right? This is glycolipid. So we know the labeling that this is a membranous structure which is made up of lipid and protein. Protein can be surface protein and it can be integral protein. Lipid can be carbohydrate can be in the form of glycolipid or glycoprotein. So this diagram is there. I have explained. Now this is it. Now question how will be asked? Now question will be like this. Tell me what is this? A. What is this one? B. What is this? C. Right? What is this? D. And in option you will be given identify A, B, C, D. Now it will be very important for you to work on the memory of this question. So in this way you have to read the question very carefully so that when such question is asked you are very comfortable to answer. So go through each and every image, each and every diagram of NCERT and you will find benefit in solving some of the question. Another, this is again a match the following type of question. So here this is from the endomembrane system, we can say. Endomembrane system. Now here as we can see, rough endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosome and vacuole. So vacuole is called the suicidal bag of the cell. Not the vacuole. Okay. No, this will not go with this. This will go with. This will go with this storage bag. Lysosome will go with suicidal bag, right? Golgi apparatus modify and packages protein, and the endoplasmic reticulum synthesizes protein, right? So here, if you see, correct match will be A. So in this question is related to, see, this side is the function. As I said, in cell organelle, the structure and function become very, very important, right? So in this way, chapter cell you will have to cover. Now, moving on to the next part. So this is the cell cycle which I was talking about, right? So cell cycle you have to cover, where which thing happen in interphase. If this is G1, what happen in G1, what happen in S phase, what happen in G2 phase, what are the different phases in M phase, right? That you will have to cover. This I will explain in the subsequent class. Now, next, if I talk about the mitosis and meiosis. For example, let's take some question from mitosis. So here, which of the following are true about mitosis? Now, what is mitosis? So it occur in somatic cell. Mitosis occur in somatic cell. It maintain chromosome number across generation. Fine. It consists of 4 main phases: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. It result in genetically different cell. Now, such questions can also be there where the options are given, and here it is given like this. Options are given like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. And now it will not be just A, B, C, D. Let's say if I say that it is A and C, B and C, C and D, A and D. Let's say question can be like this. Now here just one statement will not be sufficient. Now you have to go through all the statements. So here what will be the correct statement? So here it occur in somatic cell and it consists of 4 main phases, right? So A and C is the correct answer here. So such questions will also be there. So this is called the statement based question. Then how many daughter cells are produced at the end of meiosis? Meiosis, 1 cell produce 2 cell, and this happen in meiosis 1, right? Then this 2 cell will become 4 cell, right, in meiosis 2. Now tell me how many cells are formed? So there are 4 cells formed. There are 4 cells formed here. So answer will be 4. Now if the same question if I ask at the end of mitosis, so end of mitosis is just 1 cell become 2 cell, right? So for mitosis the answer is 2, but for meiosis the answer is 4. So in this way, now the daughter cell formed after meiosis, they are. So the daughter cells are, so meiosis 4 cells are formed, and we also know that it starts with 2n and it ends with n. So this is called diploid cell and this one is called haploid cell. So diploid become haploid. So what we say, daughter cell formed after meiosis are haploid and they are genetically different. So they are haploid and genetically different. So in this way questions will be from the cell cycle. Further, these are the questions from the biological classification if I say, where it is, these are the different entities and their character. For example, Monera. So Monera are unicellular or multicellular. So they are prokaryotic and unicellular. So Monera will go with this. Then Protista. Protista is unicellular and eukaryotic. Fungi. So fungi are multicellular, right? And they will have multicellular, and they will have non-green chitin cell wall. Similarly, plant multicellular autotrophic, animalia multicellular heterotrophic. So this is how you have to remember all the characteristics of different plants. Now, this is a question from the morphology. Now, tendril help in climbing, right? Pneumatophore is also called respiratory root. Rhizome is the underground stem. Compound leaf, right? Compound leaf, like this. Leaf divided into several leaflets, like this. So this is called compound leaf. So difference between simple leaf and compound leaf, right? So compound leaf divided into leaflet, and thorn, defensive organ, and it is a type of stem modification. So in this way question will be asked in the morphology of plant, right? So you get the idea, right? You have understood that how it is very important to read NCERT to do good in score. So in the end, I will just tell you this point, that see, those who start early will always have advantage, right? All of you must have seen that if a rocket is launched and let's say there is an error in 0.1% angle of 0.1, even that much angle can lead to a lot of deviation. In the same way, this is the time for you. Take the right decision. A little bit of deviation from right decision may end you up in a wrong place, and that will ultimately lead to a compromise with your future. So don't take that risk. Do good decision, and always prefer quality. Always prefer quality. Quality in preparation, quality in book, quality in everything, right? And here also score will provide you a good quality of test where you will be evaluated at the utmost level, right? As you can see here, he became the grandmaster at a very young age. What could be the reason for his success? What could be the reason for his success? He has taken right decision, right time, good mentorship, early start, lot of practice, good guidance, and see the success, right? World is at his feet. Even the best of the best are not standing in front of him. So tomorrow this could be your story, right? So take the decision wisely. So quickly, if you have already applied for a score, very good. Share this information to all your relatives, all your neighbors, whichever standard the student is. Let them appear for a score, right? For all the classes similar, or for all the standards similar classes are going on. You can get the details in the comment. If you have query about score, then do comment and ask all your doubts here, right? If you like this, and those of your friend who are preparing for NEET or planning to prepare for NEET, share this video to them. It will be very helpful to them. If you like this entire concept, then do hit the like button also. And these are the dates. Don't forget, very important. So the date for this score test is 28th September and 12th October. Twice in 2 sessions it will take place. You can choose any of the date as per your comfort. And as I promised, before that, we will make sure that we guide you to score best in the score, right? We will guide you to score best in the score, and that is why we say scoring NEET with score, right? And it is easy for you here, right? So like, comment, share, subscribe, and these are our YouTube channel. All the details will be available here. So you can follow us on our social media also. And thank you all of you. So I hope that you all like this session. In the next week, zoology will be covered. Zoology faculty will explain you all the details about zoology, important topic, etc. And then after that, specific topic based classes will start, where we will discuss some topics, some question. And do join, be regular. If you be regular, I guarantee you a good score and a very good scholarship. So thank you all of you for joining.